The cover songs on this album were they weren't thought out. Same thing. The only song was Going Down, and the reason I did Going Down was because in Cabo every year for my birthday party for 22 years now, I've played with every musician on the planet, from country guys to jazz guys to to folk guys and Stephen Stills to Bob Weir to I mean it's that eclectic, and we always jam Going Down. It's like, okay, well, what do you guys know? Well, we know Crossroads, we know Going Down. Oh, how about this or that? Born on the Bayou. There's these cover tunes that you just normally do. And so Going Down was automatic. I'm saying I'm putting it on this record because I've jammed that song with everyone that's on this record at some point. And so that was an automatic. But the rest of them were just like last minute decisions, like driving to the studio to record Going Down with Michael Anthony, Chad Smith, and Neil Schoen from Journey. And I heard Personal Jesus on the radio, and I'm going, wow, I forgot how cool that song was. I mean, that's a great lyric. That's a deep lyric. That is like a dark, deep love song, right? Talk about unconditional love. I'll be your personal Jesus, man. That's a commitment, So I can't write songs like that. I write love songs straight up, like When It's Love, or All I Need Is an Island, But so I just said, I want to do it. And everybody said, well, what? I don't remember it, And then I play it. I downloaded it, and everybody's going, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. And Neil starts going, boom, boom, ba-da-dum-da-da. And it's a heavy riff. You could play that riff on a ukulele, and it would be rocking because it's a bad blues riff, And so I love it. I fell in love with that, and everyone's around me is going, what? if before they hear it, you say, Sammy's covering a Depeche Mode tune. It's kind of like, what? So I can't wait till Depeche Mode hears it. I think Martin, the guy that wrote that song, I think he's going to dig it. I interpreted it. I took it to church. I brought in the gospel singers and all that because you start talking about Jesus, using that word in a song, it almost feels like blasphemy. It's kind of scary. I fear the Lord. I fear the devil. I'm not one of those guys. Oh yeah, I don't want to go combat with either one of those people, or those things, those entities. So I said, I'm taking this to church, man. I'm gonna make sure nobody gets the wrong idea about me saying Jesus. You try singing that lyric, and when you start singing the word Jesus, you're going, I'm not a religious guy, and I just go, wow, this feels a little uncomfortable. So it brought a darkness into the record. But anyway, I love that one. And Margaritaville, Toby and I, that's something we do in Cabo. Because when it became Sammy Hagar and Friends, that's why Toby was the last guy to sing on this record, because I started saying, well, shoot, I got to call up a couple more friends. Some of these guys aren't even really my friends. Ronnie Dunn's become my friend, but he's not an old friend, like Toby. Toby and I have sang Margaritaville 150 times in Cabo. 2 o'clock in the morning, shut the place down. We usually go, okay, let's have a couple more shots. And we go, well, you want to do it again? He's going, yeah, let's go, Sambo. So we walk down to the stage and stagger down there, a couple bottles in our hand, drinking straight from the bottle at this stage. And we do Margaritaville, and then we usually go home. And that's kind of it. It's like, good night, y'all, And Toby's always saying, well, it's the kind of song you do right before we pass out. That's the way he put it.
Absolutely.
But the songs dictated themselves, and they also dictated who was going to be on them with me.